I'm temporarily back from Korea because we need to get the comp car ready for the next round of Formula Drift, and we have some really big changes happening to the car that are going to improve how the car handles and feels, and also just overall make it more reliable. So let me show you. We got a new clutch, guys. We are working with ACT Advanced Clutch Technologies, and they specifically make a clutch that is designed to work with the bell housing and master cylinder that we use in this car. That means that if we have any issues, it'll be quick and fast to change and maintain. That's what we want, right? So, very excited to announce the new partnership, but also use the product because this is awesome. I reached out to so many people who run the same like G-force and bell housing setup that I do, and this is pretty much everything that everyone uses. Woo-wee. And get this, it comes with a clutch alignment tool. You don't know how rare this is in Japan. In Japan, well, if you've ordered a Japanese clutch, they never come with an alignment tool. It's a separate thing. It's actually kind of annoying. But anyways, I love that we have an alignment tool, everything that comes with it that we need. It even comes with a set of ARP flywheel bolts. I think that's what these are. That's kind of sick. This is a triple disc clutch setup. It's designed to handle all the abuse that we throw at these cars that are making over 1,000 horsepower. And if you can tell, the flywheel comes out a fair bit. And you can see there with the clutch disc like kind of package here on top of it. And that's to space it out so it's where it needs to be for the G-force and the bell housing combo that we use from RTS. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. Dude, Jakey, look how big this rubber band is that comes with it. We can use that to make a couple slingshots in the shop. Even comes with its own pilot bearing. Love that. That's super cool, brand new one. I love that. Okay, so this is literally designed to work with the exact setup that we have. ACT literally made sure that this is pretty much a straight swap solution for anyone that runs a G-force with the RTS bell housing with a 2J. So that's pretty much it. First of all, the first thing I noticed is it's a lot lighter than the previous clutch we were using, which means technically we might need to go to the dyno. We'll be okay. But look how thick the discs are. Look how much material and meat is on there. It's the first time I've seen a clutch that I've put on this car that has that much thickness there. So that's really exciting. Overall though, like I'm stoked. This whole package looks amazing. I can't wait to put it on the car. It's a simple triple disc setup. ACT also sent me just a rebuild pack to go with this. So halfway through my season, I can simply use that to rebuild this current clutch, which comes with all new discs and plates. So that it's just, if anything goes wrong, switch that out and you're good to go. But this is probably gonna last me a very long time, and when we do switch that out, we'll probably be at the end of this season. One other super important thing is some series require you to have SFI approved and certified gear on your car and parts. This clutch has all the certification. So that is another important thing that you need to consider when you're getting a clutch for your competition car. But overall, looking at the build quality, strong billet top plate here, everything looks solid. Like I said, these plates are crazy thick, the material's crazy thick, everything looks awesome. I'm actually really happy with just how this looks out of the box, and I cannot wait to put this on the car. You guys know, we had a lot of clutch issues at the start of the season. Now they're solved. Look how easy this is to work on, Daiki. And then just... Oh my gosh, it's so simple. Okay, so rotation mass is a big thing, right? The bigger the rotational mass, especially on a car, like how heavy it is and everything, it's gonna add so much more like stress and strain to the drivetrain. Going to something smaller like this generally means you're gonna have a fair bit of rev pickup. So I just wanna show you this, right? This is much smaller clutch disc, right? Compared to what we were running previously. So you can see there, look at the size difference there. Also, this clutch package is quite lighter than that one. And just to confirm that, what I'm gonna actually quickly go and do is go get the scales and weigh it, because that's actually something I wanna know. I've been taking a lot of notes on weight and distribution and things like that around the car. And if you're changing rotational mass, especially in your drivetrain, it's only gonna make things better. So 16.6 kilograms and everything in this clutch package. All of this on. So we have the flywheel and the clutch packs here. Set that on there. I'm gonna just put all these pieces back on here, stack everything on that's going on there. I'll put the plastic bag's not gonna weigh that much. I'll put the plastic bag, the flywheel bolts on there, and I'm gonna now put the top hat on. You can see with everything that's there right now, we're only at 8.8 kilograms. Big difference. So let's see if I can do this without the bolts falling out. Awesome. And I'm just gonna sit this on top. Oh, almost missed that. Done. Total is 9.9 kilograms. That is massive. That is actually a massive difference with rotational mass. This is gonna feel incredible. Way better. So my throttle response is gonna be a little bit more like easier and faster. It's gonna be a little bit more like bump, bump. Anyways, you guys should know what I'm talking about in the comment section, but this is gonna be a game changer and it's gonna help so much. As you guys know from the recent Korea trip videos, we are working together with Neotech. I'm officially their global brand ambassador, and they made a custom set of coilovers for my comp car. The engineer there watched a ton of videos that we sent over to him, and he studied and looked at how my car was driving before we had the issues, after we fixed the issues, and still had a lot of input on how to fix things and whatnot. So this is our new coilover kit for the comp car, and it is amazing. There's a lot of cool stuff that's going into this, but one of the main things is it's an inverted shock. What that means is that this is really, really thick here, and genuinely our damper adjustment is on the bottom, so we don't have to drill any holes through the strut tower or anything like that. But most importantly, because it's a McPherson suspension design, the way that it works, it doesn't have that double wishbone there, right? So this is connected directly to the top of the knuckle, which means it's gonna get a lot of side kind of force from the car steering, driving, understeer, anything like that. Like anything that your car's kind of doing when you're transitioning and stuff like that, all that weight is gonna be pushing against the shock sideways. So that's why a lot of people generally prefer to go to an inverted shock, because you're able to make this really, really thick, which means you're not gonna bend the strut or anything like that. So we got these, they're gonna be going in the car. We've got our special spring rates on here as well, but also it's been valved exactly for how we want it. So these are the fronts, and then let's pull out the rears. Also, the technician was like, why is his car so high off the ground? But it's just what happens when you run 19s in the rear and 18s in the front. You gotta kind of like fill in that gap so the car's not like reverse raked, I guess. You want it kind of a little higher in the front. Also, suspension travel is a good thing in competition cars. Apparently, who would have known, right? Ooh. I'm really excited about this. So this is what I was talking about with inverted shocks. So see how the rears here, I don't know how well you can see this, but see how the shock is just a small little shaft there compared to the fronts have this huge one there. So yeah, big difference. Yeah, these are for the rear. Nice and beefy, love to see it. Good bush down the bottom here, which means that my custom made spaces should actually fit identically. That's what I like to see. Awesome. One really cool thing as well is any of the Neotech parts that you see me using on my car that you guys will also be able to order. So if you want to get yourself a set of S15 coilovers for your car and start experiencing some amazing coilover suspension, then head over to Sammit.net. You can purchase them there, as well as the same brake kit that are running on this car. In case you guys don't know, when you visit Sammit HQ and grab merch, everyone's allowed to put a sticker on our front door here. As you can see, it's been filling out quite a bit. Some people buy stickers and then write a nice message and stuff and then stick it on there. But whichever is up to you. But we always make sure that we leave the brands that we work with on here as well. Nice. It's starting to fill up. Now, like whenever I come back from trips and stuff and people give me stickers when I visit, I stick them all on here. There's like Midnight Soul here, D-Specs here, tons of cool things. So this is D-Spec, his girlfriend's dog too.
The next day.
So time warping ahead, as you can see, we are now at North Course at Ebisu Circuit. We have the comp car and it's ready to test new coilovers and clutch and get everything dialed in to feel good. That's the most important thing. To get a baseline, what I really want to do is start by setting these to their softest setting, see how the car feels, and then I come in after that and then set it to the hardest setting to then see where my my softest setting is and my hardest setting is. And then I dial it in from there based off that feeling. Now, I'm not planning to do any crazy drifting yet. I'm gonna just warm up the car here once the cars come off track. And that's gonna give me a really good feeling right away on the suspension while I'm kind of throwing in the front to scrub the front tires and knock off all the old rubber, as well as get some heat into them. I'll be able to tell where the front end's at and kind of go from there. But let's get out there and start driving. All right, we're gonna go out, warm up, and then do a nice kind of power run. Very warm today. We can definitely get this dialed in from here. It's already feeling really good, actually a lot better than what I've previously experienced in this car. I ended up opting for going for like a ballpark of where I thought this thing would be good. Little stiffer in the front, little softer in the rear, kind of in like a middle ground, just a couple clicks different. And already I can tell that I probably want the front is probably good where it's at. It's a little firm, maybe I'll soften it up a tiny bit. But I think the rear, if I make it a tiny bit more softer, it might actually be pretty much on the money where I want this car to feel. But I'm not gonna be able to get it perfect until I put a fresh set of tires on the back because I was just using scrubs to kind of warm up the car. So we'll go put some freshies on, we'll go do a couple of laps, see how it feels, and we'll go from there. But car feels great right now.
A few moments later. moments later.
So unfortunately, on pretty much the second or third lap, I did a big entry and jabbed the foot brake and bent my tie rod. So the car's down for a little bit until we can fix that and get a new one. So it's going to take a couple days to arrive because apparently no one here actually has one in stock. I checked and asked everywhere. So we'll wait for one of these. I just used the replacement Kazuma S15 ones. These seem to be really, really good. And this is the second one I've ever broken in this car. So that's actually kind of awesome. Actually, the first one I broke, I did the same thing. It was at Ebisu Nishi Long, and I just jabbed the foot brake too hard on entry and it bananaed it. It happens. Now that we're done testing the comp car, I think it's time we got some laps in the Chaser, but we do have a friend here. Colette decided to come for Summer Matsuri. You know, you're the only person that's come to Summer Matsuri so far, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I ran into someone last year. I think it was TJ.
Did TJ come to Summer?
I ran into somebody at Mountain. I think it was TJ.
Okay, there you go. But still, let's do some laps.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. Colette also has a pink Chaser X100, but this is a Mark II. And it's slightly kind of a dull color pink compared to my pink. It's time to do some laps on school course. It's been a while since I've driven this thing. A great day driving, kind of figuring out a few things with the Chaser. But if you guys remember, maybe 1 or 2 years ago now, I challenged myself and was really focusing on proximity. I wanted to just keep working at getting closer and closer to the wall. And it was during night drifting, and we had a really cool moment where we just shaved the wall and a huge line of sparks came off the car. It looks sick. I'll throw the clip in here. So considering that it's Matsuri this weekend, tomorrow it starts, we're at North Course right now, and I thought it would be no better time than to show you guys our brand new drop. It's the Chaser graphic with it riding the wall at North Course. You can see the graphic there. Hang on, let me line this out. Let me lay this out real quick. There we go, look at that. We got the Chaser, the wall ride, the sparks, the sound in Japanese, Ebisu circuit, Kita course, everything. And we of course had to make sure we put the vending machine there, because that's probably one of the most iconic things about North Course is the vending machine there that's all stickered up. So I really hope you guys like this design. It was actually something that I came up with. I kind of hand drew a bunch of stuff on the whiteboard with a screen grab that I took of the car riding the wall, and it turned out great. So go to Sammit.net right now and place your order, guys. We have stock ready to ship, but we only have limited quantities, so get them while you still can. Now I've got a bit of packing up and prep to do for Matsuri, but then it's Izakaya time.
終わり